A few people asked me, so I brew 10, 11 gallon batches, depends what the mix ratio is between my water and the grain. I think on this one I'll end up closer to 11 gallons on this Belgian Saison. But a lot of people have asked me, Ray, you're only using a 1650 watt, 120 volt heating element. Is that efficient? I would say that you're maxing out at the batch size that I'm doing right now. This wouldn't be ideal to use anything bigger than that. You really have to go from 115 volt to 230 volt. You do have to go that take that next stage up, and you have to get a much bigger heating element. I would say at bare minimum 3,500 watts, closer to 4,000 watts. But as you guys can see, it's doing quite well. The boil just started. As we know, the boil is at 200 degrees Fahrenheit at sea level. I'm about 525 feet above sea level. So the way I do this without messing around with any other features of the controller is I set my goal temperature at 215 degrees. So 4 degrees above boil. And this keeps and it never achieves that goal, right? Because it boils off as steam and evaporates. So this pretty much forces my controller to always have the heater on, the heating element on. Let me show you guys what I mean by that. My goal is 215 and the temperature in there is at 214. Another thing that I do is I kind of put this lid on an angle like this, and it puts like it creates a pressure dome from the top. This also kind of adds, I think, a few degrees to the vessel. By keeping this pressure, it actually makes the boiling much better. So, and I really like the fact that I'm not burning gas anymore. Do I get a nice boil? You tell me, is this a nice boil? I just started and this will be like this for an hour. So also one thing that I've kind of noticed is when you heat up your liquid slower, a little bit slower with the electric setup versus the gas, a lot of the boil over problems that we have to be always on the lookout in the beginning of our process simply don't happen. I haven't had a boil over in a while since I switched to this. I mean, if you put too much heat even with electric, you would. So if I had a 3,000 watt heater in here, I probably would have a boil over. But that lower wattage also kind of does nicely with that. So that's my trick. And then another one, as far as the exhaust hood, I just went to Craigslist and I bought a broken grow hood for a few dollars. As long as this main structure is good, that's all you need, because you're gonna rip out all the internals, so you don't care about the reflector or the bulb or the cables. You just want this. And then I just put an exhaust fan here, flows this way obviously, and that's it. And any steam that comes out, which you can't see if I kind of tip at an angle, you can definitely see the steam. It goes in here, collects out. I haven't had a lot of dripping problems. If there's dripping, it's very minimal, just a drip here and there once in a while. But that's pretty much what I do. I'm gonna have to put this phone down because I have to put my hop set in soon. Thanks.